There was a moment in the video games timeline when everybody wanted to have their own FPS game. The market got flooded with FPP shooters with some elements of environmental puzzles. And in times like this, when the world of video games was oversaturated with similar games, it was quite easy to oversee a title that stands out a little. A title that, while offering a familiar Half-Life 2 vibe, offers something more, something unique. This is You Are Empty. Developed by Mandel Art Planes and Digital Spray and released in 2006, You Are Empty was supposed to be an immersive combination of story-driven horror game with first-person shooter. And while it never got popular worldwide and got pretty much slammed by the critics, it won my heart. It's not the most polished game ever made, and it doesn't have the most original story ever, but it definitely is one of the most visually stunning and atmospheric games I've ever played. Let's start with the visuals, because it's the strongest aspect of the game. The level design is just an absolute masterpiece, in my opinion. Maybe I'm a sucker for that Soviet/communistic architecture, but there were so many moments in the game when I would just stop to gaze at the beautifully crafted environments in the game. Something that really stands out here is the scale. The game starts in a rather small and enclosed hospital, but as soon as you enter the streets and you are hit by the verticality of the city, it just makes you feel like you are trapped in here. The game constantly reminds you how small you are compared to the structures that surround you. Even in this level, the rooftops, where you are technically on the top of the world, you don't really feel like you own the place, because the city seems to stretch forever into the distance. Smaller areas that are more enclosed, like interiors of buildings and the subway, don't give you much comfort either. They are everything far from being cozy. They are narrow, cramped, and filled with enemies, and traversing through those levels feels like squeezing through a narrow alleyways. You want to do it as quick as possible because this place feels so unwelcoming and hostile. It would be a sin not to mention the enemies design when talking about the visuals. The enemy design in this game is just something else. Enemies look disturbing and hideous. I mean, look at the first enemy you face in the game. His face forced into this off-putting grin, hands tied but still holding the weapon, attacking you awkwardly, and bones exposed to make him seem less human. But the best thing about the enemies is that even as monstrous they may be, they are grounded in the reality, for the most part. We fight firefighters, farmers, soldiers and welders. We fight nurses.
Hello, nurse!
Okay, I guess I have to mention something. This game really wants to be a horror game, but it also has some goofy side to it. Which is not a bad thing, just saying. You know, it's like when you dive, and for once in a while you have to catch a fresh breath of air. Here it works similarly. Most of the game is an intense gunfight with heavy atmosphere, but sometimes you fight an enemy with puppy eyes. Sometimes you hear an enemy ridiculously mumble before they shoot you. And that's fine. I think some dose of campiness is unavoidable when you set your game in this particular setting. The setting of this game is a mix of two opposing forces. The grayness and the seriousness of buildings, enemies, and parts of the story is contrasted with all the exaggeration found in the omnipresent propaganda posters and the music that plays in the city. The music that's so uplifting that it straightens Stalin's mustache in pride. If you had to live in this place, you wouldn't be happy about it, sure, but when you experience it in a video game, you just can't help but smile a little at the campiness of some of the visuals. Another battle of what's serious and what's campy can be seen in the story. We have a rather dark story of soulless chase for development of humankind and the goal to achieve the perfection of human race, no matter the costs, but also we have the classic sci-fi motif of bioengineering, implanting borderline magic technology to living creatures to make them stronger, and all of this is obviously powered by the wonderful technology of E=mc hammer mambo jumbo thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong to not treat this too seriously, but the thing is, I've seen stories like that before. And just to be clear, it's not a problem for me that You Are Empty doesn't surprise me with everything, because as long as it's not boring and super cliché, I'm okay with it. And here, it's not boring, it's fun. Not as fun as shooting though. Yeah, for a first-person shooter, You Are Empty doesn't have the most perfect shooting mechanics. I mean, it's not bad, it's not terrible, but there's something that doesn't really click for me. You have a wide variety of guns to choose, you gotta give them credit for that. My favorites were the nail gun and the Tommy gun, but the shooting here feels slightly off. Kinda slow, a little bit junky. Guns that look like they would be great for long distances are not that great for long distances, and Molotov cocktails are super awkward to throw. I never really knew where they would land, honestly. And all the other guns from your armory will most likely be forgotten by you because of the lack of ammunition or the presence of the ammunition for other, much better guns. Also, kinda random, but can I just mention that you can't sprint in this game? What's that about? You Are Empty is a great game. Hey, I am aware of what I've just said. I can even fight IGN if I have to. It has some problems, sure, but those problems can't overshadow all the great things this game has to offer. I mean, damn, the heavy atmosphere, the level design, the enemies, the music. I didn't really mention the music, but it is wonderful too. You could hear it throughout this video in the background. And all of those elements just mix together so nicely, and it's a great shame that this game got lost in the crowd, because it is one of those gems that you randomly stumble on, only to have them stuck in your memory forever. You Are Empty fell a victim of rush development process, low budget, and the oversaturated market. But it doesn't mean that it's not a game worth playing. It is worth playing, and I can't stress it enough. Sadly, as for the time of recording this video, You Are Empty is considered as abandonware, so you can't really buy it online anywhere, and the only way to get your greasy gamer hands on it is by either buying a physical copy of it, or trusting that the version you get from thearchive.org is a version without any viruses or spyware. However, there is a glimpse of hope for bringing it back to life. You can vote for You Are Empty on GOG's Dream List, and maybe one day we will get a re-release of this game. For now, remember, not every gem shines like a diamond. Some of them are grey and gritty, but equally as valuable as the shiny ones.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I feel so awkward. You risked so much for me. I don't even know how I can reward you. This pathway leads to the hall. From there you can get out to the roof. Be careful. They are everywhere. must go now. Oh, goodbye.